things. College is not for the weak. Or for dating, most of the boys on campus are looking for friends with benefits. They're not looking for a serious relationship. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, my name is Anne and I make videos, college, everything in between. So yeah, as you can tell by the title, I'm just gonna be telling you guys based on my experience and some of my friends' experience on some of the important things I believe every freshman, every person entering college for the first time should know or should be aware of, or like put it at the back of their mind and think of before going to college, to just prepare and know what to expect and all that stuff. I had like 10 or 11 things, so we're gonna go through them one by one. So the first one is the freedom can be incriminating. What I mean is this: so you see how in college you have the freedom after you go to class. Even some classes you're not obligated to attend, you just go to the times that are important, like if you have an in-person exam or stuff like that. But the reason why freedom can be incriminating is you have the time to do whatever you want. So if you're not careful, you can just slip and then end up just using your time for things that you like, not using your time for the best things, like the things that you actually need to do. You might just waste your time procrastinating. Or even though you have freedom, don't just say, oh, I have freedom, so I'm just gonna do what I want. It can be incriminating, it can be damaging if you think that you have freedom all the time and you don't have accountability or responsibilities. But as long as you're in school, you of course have responsibilities when it comes to assignments, going to class, exams, and stuff like that. So that's what I meant by that. And then leading from that, I would say, since you have freedom and mostly time at your hands, you should know that time management is a mind thing. Sometimes you can plan, you can write down, oh, I'm gonna do this when I wake up, I'm gonna do that. But as humans, of course, we don't usually always go through with that. So just know that time management, you have to think about it, you have to acknowledge it in your head. You have to know that, oh, today I'm gonna do this, and you're gonna stick by it, and you're gonna use this amount of time for it. If you say, I'm gonna do this today, and then you wake up, you're like, oh, then I have all day to do it, because you have freedom from my first point. But if you have time set up in your mind or even written down, you can see, oh, for this homework, I'm gonna spend 30 minutes on it, I'm gonna use 1 hour on it. And then you can say, oh, from 1:30 to 2:30 I'm gonna do this, from 2:30 to 3:30 I'm gonna do this. So it's a mind thing. It's not just saying it with your mouth or writing it down. You have to be determined in your mind. If you don't manage your time well, and you won't get time to even rest. So you have to manage your time well in such a way that you can get time to rest, get time to do other things, and get things done on time. And then my third point is for moving day. When you search on YouTube, as I did, you might get a lot of like response, like bring this, bring that, don't forget this, don't forget that. It's good to have things at your beck and call, but don't bring too much stuff, because if you bring too much stuff, you might not have space for it. And as well as that, you're going to college, you might buy more stuff unless you don't have money, or I don't know. But obviously you're gonna buy more stuff, and then you're just gonna have a junk of stuff that you don't even need, taking space that you might need for other stuff. So don't just bring a lot of stuff. Bring things that are especially necessary, not just stuff for bringing stuff. And then my fourth point is just to know the amount of stuff that you should bring. If you can, I wasn't able to, but I wish I could. If you can, go for a campus store, and if you're allowed, you can go into the rooms, like an example of the rooms. Or even as I did, I looked online for room tours, dorm tours of the halls that I was going to, and luckily someone had it up. So if you can get something like that, you can visualize what your room can be, so you know what you're putting yourself into, what you're going to, what space you have, with your roommates in mind as well. Fifth point, if you want to get opportunities like scholarships, programs, internships and stuff while in school, be ready to apply for things. I think I read somewhere, I heard somewhere from a YouTube video or something like that, that if you write essays, try to keep them in your like Google Docs, Word or whatever, so that when you get different opportunities that you need to apply for, you can just copy and paste the information. You don't have to do it over and over again, but be ready to apply for stuff, because many of the things that you need, you have to apply for. It won't be given to you freely. You have to apply for it. You have to put in work. They need to know that you're up for it, you can do whatever that, or you're worthy of the price, the money or whatever that they're gonna give it to you. So you have to be prepared to apply for things. College is not for the weak. Yeah, I said it. College is not for the weak. It's a lot of stuff, and the first semester for me, it was kind of a breeze, but the second semester was, if you get what I'm saying, it's like very demanding, because it's like you're going up and you're growing and you're doing all this stuff all at the same time. So you just have to delegate yourself to too many things, and you might get mental breakdowns. It's not for the weak. It's definitely not for the weak. So prepare yourself that you're gonna work hard, you're gonna apply for stuff as I said, and you're gonna put in work to get what you need, what you want to be successful at the college. So for first semester of my college year, our classes was chosen for us, but if for our second semester, I chose my classes. I don't know about different schools, but if you get the opportunity to choose your classes, try to look up the professor at ratemyprofessor.com. Look at your class, look at the ratings, because that helps a lot. Some of the professors, you just search them up and they're like, don't take this class. Sometimes you might not get anything on them because they're new, you're a TA. But the ones that you can get, try and look up them so that you can know what you're getting yourself into. You know, this teacher gives a lot of work and I'm available to do the work that this professor gives me. So just try and look at rate your professor before you choose classes if you are able to. And then also from that, try to, if you're choosing classes for yourself, try to look at the schedule that works for you. If you're like a morning person, choose the morning classes. But if you're like a night owl, choose the, even if you're a night owl, honestly, choose classes that are like in between. Don't choose classes that are at the night, because especially in the winter, I don't think you want to go to class after 5 p.m. because it'd be so dark outside and it's so draining to get up and go to classes, especially for me. But also look at what works for you. Some people might be up for it, but I think it will be best to have classes that are in between the time frame, like not really morning like 8 a.m. but not night like 6 after 6 p.m. because I think it's best if your classes are in the afternoon range. Don't, if you can, sometimes the schedule doesn't allow it, but if you can and you're allowed to, just choose classes that works best for how you are. And also, once you get into the classes, try to go to office hours. I can't stress this enough. Office hours really helped me last semester because I was kind of slacking a little bit. But it's good to go for office hours if you're available to, so that you can chat with your professor and know how you're doing in the class and how to improve yourself if you're not. And it's better to talk to them one-on-one. You don't have to go all the time. I think the best times to go for office hours is before an exam and after an exam. So you know where you're standing after the exam, you know what you got wrong, and you can improve on it. Look at what you got wrong and then learn from it. Maybe it's not the question per se that you got wrong, but it's just that you didn't read the questions or you didn't pay attention to the answers very well. That's why you got it wrong. So it can help you do better for your next exam. Last but not least, you can get textbooks for free. You just need to ask. College, you have to ask a lot. Ask people for stuff, like teachers. Some teachers might give you links for free books, but you can Google some. You can look for links that gives you free books. I had a class last semester that we needed 4 textbooks for. I got all of them free on a link. DM me if you want that link. It has so many textbooks. I got so many free textbooks from that link. So if you want it, you can DM me and I can give it to you. But look for free books or books from classmates that just ended the class, someone you know. Sometimes the teachers will be like, oh, we need this edition. Sometimes they don't really need it. You don't really need that right edition. You can get the lower one or the one before it that might be less pricier. So it's good to also keep that in mind. You don't have to get that exact edition. Yeah, and you can get some of the books for free, but the ones that you can't get, unfortunately, you have to pay for them. And also, lastly, try to have fun. And if you're a workaholic, or like you just like to just do your schoolwork and that's it, try to have fun in between. Everyone's definition of fun is different, so don't try to conform yourself to people's definition of fun, which might be drinking, partying, which is not bad. That's their definition of fun. But yours, like me, might be just laying in bed watching a movie, a good movie, watching YouTube. Do that if that's gonna help you rejuvenate, which help you have fun. That's it. That's for you. But don't try to conform yourself. And also another point, as I'm thinking about it, more points are coming up. But another point is for your learning methods and ways, routines, try to find places where it works for you, where you can be most productive. Sometimes it's in your dorm, at your desk. I don't think it's on your bed. I don't think you can be productive on your bed, but if you think you can, that's fine. You can do that. But try to learn about yourself. Learn more about college. You have to learn more about yourself and what suits you best. You might get many suggestions, but just do what really works for you, and that's the best thing. If you get what works for you, everything will be, not everything, but things will mostly be a breeze because you know yourself, you know what works for you. So always think about that and do what works for you. What else? Oh, for dating, I never really went into that, but from other people's experiences, most of the boys on campus are looking for friends with benefits. They're not looking for a serious relationship. Most of them, I'm not saying all of them, because I haven't met. I actually didn't meet anyone. But from other people's experiences so far, most of them are here for a good time, not a long time. So just be careful with that if you're looking for that. But I wasn't looking for it, so I didn't meet anyone. But so this is not from my experience, but most of the guys there are just not there for a long-term relationship. If you're just looking for someone to kick it with and just have fun, friends with benefits, then maybe you're in good luck for that. You can get someone like that. But if you're looking for a long-term relationship, you might not get that maybe your freshman year or in college at all. I don't think there's anyone there that's really looking for like a long-term relationship, but I might be wrong. So just be careful with that. I had to do research a lot about like your club, the school's clubs, the majors. It's okay to also go in undecided. Many people don't know what they want to do, and that's fine. You don't have to know what you want to do. Oh, and lastly, I think my friends also said that try to, and I believe and I think it's true too, so don't try to do things that will please other people, or most importantly your parents, in terms of choosing your major or your profession, because you're the one that's gonna suffer in college when the classes are like kicking your butt. So try to look for what really works for you, what you're really interested in. That will make it easier. That will make it easier for you to study in the classes. So put that in mind too when you're choosing your classes or choosing your major, so that you don't end up hurting yourself, because some of these classes are so hard. So if you're doing it just for your parents or someone else, it's hard. It's hard. And there's a lot of friends culture in college, like have to do this with your friends, have to do that with your friends. For me, you don't have to. You definitely don't have to. You can do things by yourself. You don't need anyone. You can do things by yourself. You can have fun by yourself. And also, I think it's kind of hard to find friends, especially on your own, because most of the friends that I got are from friends that I already knew from high school. So I think it's hard finding friends, but it depends on the college that you're going into. So that's also there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments and everyone can read it. But yeah, these are the things that I think you should know before college. If you haven't watched how I achieved this video, this makeup look from my last video, please do, and you'll enjoy it. Thank you. Bye.